Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today joining us for an experiment with handicap golfer Lee, who's not yet got a distance measuring device in his bag. And why have you been thinking about putting one in, Lee?
Just so I can get a rough idea where I'm hitting it, bunkers, hazards, roughly get an idea so you know which club to take.
Yeah, and for guys at home that's not seen you on the channel before, how long have you been playing golf?
With COVID, so probably 3 years, but not like 3-4 times a week, probably once, twice a month.
So
if that.
relatively new golf, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people like, post-COVID that started golf like yourself, probably haven't got a distance device in their bag. We're going to be testing with my Milesy laser today. This is PF260. I think they retail at about £130, so quite affordable. We're going to turn slope off so it's conforming. You can use slope, obviously, if you're in, social golf, but I think we'll put this in like proper test conditions. We'll play 2 balls, and one of the balls will use no laser or no device, and the second shot will use a laser. So we might not use it on every hole, but we'll show you where I'd potentially look at using it and why.
Yep.
And let's see if it improves your score. So we're starting on the first hole here at Rotherham. It looks like it's, a pretty sort of long hole. If you had the choice, would there be anything you'd like me to laser?
Not yet, no.
Right, okay, well off you go then.
Trees, but then...
Well, if you're not going to choose to laser anything, then we'll just play the 1 ball.
Yeah.
And then when you get down there, if Lee sees an opportunity to laser something, we'll then play another ball.
Yeah.
And then see from there in if it actually improves your score.
Yeah.
So opening hole here at Rotherham Golf Club off Yellers is 396 yards. And I would agree with Lee, obviously I think he hits his sort of free with about 200 yards maximum. I don't think there's anything in range really to sort of laser, so it couldn't really help him too much on this hole.
Having said that,
it's real golf, don't worry.
no bad time. Played for 6 weeks, so
we're now sort of starting to bring a little bit of sort of trouble into play. Is anything in particular you'd like to laser to know a distance for?
I'm just playing left to land it and hopefully run down into the middle of the fairway.
Right, okay.
So I'm aiming for that.
Yeah. I can't really see anything in particular
Aiming for that leaf.
Any reason to laser yet. That were a better strike.
Yeah, I've come across it though.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
It's not bad.
You've advanced it, haven't you? It's gone about 150 yards, I think.
Yeah.
He's just about to play his 3rd shot where it's finished here, and he's guessing he's got about 100 yards in.
Yeah.
So I want you to play that first ball with your 100-yard distance guess, and then what we're going to do, we're going to laser it, and obviously we'll see if that changes your approach in any way.
Shall I put a yellow ball next to this one then?
Yeah, put a yellow ball next to it. Obviously, Lee's a handicap golfer, so, obviously he's going to miss it. It's not going to be the most accurate data, but I think we'll get some idea by the end of this video on whether or not a laser could help Lee's game. So what club do you hit 100 yards, Lee?
Wedge.
Wedge. Right, okay then. Give it your best.
But if I were to do it really,
yeah,
I'd probably club up, so I'd probably hit a 9.
Why is that? Go
on. Just to get it there.
Well, yeah, club up then, mate. I want you to play this how you would play it without
a
laser.
It'd be interesting to see whether I've...
It suits your shape, this one.
Yeah. Too much grass.
It's just a miss it, mate. It's not much you could do about that. But right, we're going to just check that distance now. Wow. You've got 131.
131. Wow.
That's 150.
Right then. 131, that's an 8 iron then.
So that is 2 clubs difference.
Yeah.
Just straight away. So it don't matter how good you would have hit that 9 iron.
It wouldn't have got
you
there.
Wouldn't have got there.
But I clubbed up, which were a good thing. Because
Yeah.
obviously it weren't, but it would have.
So you've just gone up to an 8 iron then.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll get there with an 8?
Yeah.
Just one club more.
If it's it good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, let's get it here.
Good strike.
All I guess not.
Just for the purpose of this video, I want you to take another one because I'd like to see you strike this well to
Yeah.
see if it actually goes 130. Because this today,
What, this?
yeah, could learn you a little bit about actually your game. You know how far you actually do hit the ball. Because I think if I was clubbing you, I'd be thinking a 7-iron from just the small amount of golf I've played with. I just don't think you could get there with an 8, or not to the flag anyway, because it's all carry. There's no roll. That's a lovely strike. Let's see. It's not going to hit the green. It's going to miss right. Let's see where that finished in that bunker. I don't think that will get to pin. This is your non-distance measurable, so I'm not going to tell you the distance, but I want you to have a guess. And
Well,
I'll
obviously,
tell you afterwards.
so am I taking club that I'd normally take?
Yeah, just play the shot. But what do you think you've got left?
I'd say it's about 35.
35. All right, I'll let you play the shot.
So I'm just
going to. I'll measure
Mate,
it.
it's not carrying, is it? Maya, it's got a bit chipper on it all day long.
This is the Magic Club, the double-sided chipper. Good shot, Lee. Lovely shot. Great judgment. Right, I'm just going to laser it to see if you're right on distance. I don't think you're far out with this one. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
50 yards.
50 yards.
But you played a great shot, so nevertheless.
See, saying how far it is and judging it as a shot is...
Well, you're just playing what's in front of you, aren't you? You can see where you want to land it and how it rolls out.
But it's interesting, this, because I work with, obviously, measurements and stuff, and I think I'm pretty good at guessing, well, not guessing, estimating distances, and I'm quite shocked how far I'm at, to be honest.
Yeah.
So this could be impacting my game.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't, would you have it? You wouldn't ask for a distance for this, would you?
No.
You'd just play it, wouldn't you?
Obviously, I'm gonna use wedge.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that technical enough to use a laser from this distance. It kind of becomes a game of feel from this distance for me. Good shot. Lovely shot. Well done. And it could be a case of these balls tying and the laser not helping you in your score in any way. But it's like over a period of time, if you keep going through this process, you'd think at some point knowing the correct distance is going to help.
Well, first thing that sprung to my mind is if I started using a laser, when I've been using a laser for perhaps a year, I'd know anyway. So
just a little bit of etiquette, and not just for you, but for the viewers at home. Trolleys, try not to get them on that first cut. Keep them well a wide berth from greens.
So, talking about my third ball,
that
would have been pin high, I reckon.
Yeah, so we've learnt a little bit about your distance. You would have been all right. 130 is an 8-iron.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right, so, Lee's first ball. Steady, steady.
Yeah. I'm used to Tinsley Park.
Yeah, they're a bit quicker than Tinsley.
So am I taking my second ball now?
Yeah, you're playing your second one, yeah. I'm not sure there's going to be sort of any improvement here, but we'll do the experiment. Steady.
How fast, aren't they?
Take your time, it's a test. Well done. Good. I'm going to just tap that in for purpose, which I think makes it a draw. There's no improvement in score yet. Well done. So second hole, obviously we've got bunker up on left, which I think is potentially in range for you.
On left?
Yeah, these two bunkers
I never hit the ball left, guys. Them trees are more in my range.
All right, fair enough. Good point. But just to go through that process, because I think you could try and start that ball at that bunker.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to know that if for any instance you did hit it straight at the bunker, it's not going to go in.
So I reckon...
well, we're not going to check it, actually. You play first ball.
Well, I reckon them bunkers are 220.
220. And just before we carry on, because I think we had a bit of an incident there, what I want to say is that, Lee, you're a new golfer. There'll be people at home, probably even members of this golf club, thinking, bloody hell, he's took his trolley, somewhere he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I think, you've got to be patient with newer golfers. And when they do something wrong like that, you've got to obviously make them aware,
Yeah.
but it's the delivery that's the most important. There's two ways of making people aware. You can shout across a fairway and, you know, be a knob and obviously put that person off playing golf, make yourself look like an idiot in front of your mates. Or you can just have a quiet word with them and say, look, I don't know if you're aware,
yeah,
but
which I weren't.
You took your trolley beyond where it should have gone.
I've got utmost respect for everybody.
I know you have, and people's got to realise that newer golfers, you know, you just don't get into golf and know every rule, do you? It's a long process, and even, you know, someone like myself who's been playing 20 years, you never stop learning rules and etiquette. It just, you know, something that it takes a long time to, you know, to learn. So, yeah, let's be patient with newer golfers in game, and yeah, play your first ball, Lee.
Oh dear. What did I say?
well, we didn't anticipate having to measure that ditch.
Jesus. Wow.
Don't worry about it. Keep your chin up.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's 210, so that weren't a bad guess.
Right, well, driver's coming out.
Driver's coming out. Well, at least you know now it's 210.
Come on.
Were there anything in your head that caused that? You weren't thinking I might go in that bunker out, were you?
No, just
a miss it.
I think with grass being long, my tee's not showing much, so it's a bit daunting.
Right.
I'm trying to,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It don't look as high.
This is why I've got driver out, because now it's sat up, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens here.
Lovely drive. Good shot. And you didn't get your fade either, it did stay straight. I think for the purpose of the video, we'll drop your first ball up by that. Otherwise, it's not going to be a fair test, because we know Lee's going to have some, obviously, miss-hits. And that were nothing to do with the laser, of course. So, for this one, I think for your fade, I'd be probably, you know, this tree here on left, that one there, I'd want to know what that distance is, because I think that'd be your starting line, you know, where you fade.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I want you to play your first shot without any laser, and then we'll play your second one. I'll have a look at the distance to that tree.
So I'd say that's about 140, 150.
Yeah, because I'd want to know that, like this drive you've just hit here, you've aimed at that bunker. Thankfully, you've not got there for distance, but, you know, that tree, if you aim at that tree and then you obviously hit it straight, you're going to be in trouble. So that might change the way you aim if it's in range.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only sort of distance I'd really be interested in.
Right.
So you're all right, you're ready to, you can go. He's out of range, we just let someone through. And then we'll check the distance of that tree and see if it had changed Lee's aim. Keep wanting to call him John. I think
Laying up.
Well, it's safe. And what I would say is, having been stood behind you, I think you're probably setting up too much for the fade.
Yeah.
I think you actually hit the ball a bit straighter than you think. I think the more you're aiming left,
the more I'm coming across
the more you're coming across it. Yeah. So I almost think you want to maybe be aiming the green side, but yeah, middle at bunker basically. Yeah. But let's just see what that tree is.
130, 140.
It's one. See, it's only 130. So a good strike with this, you're in the tree, you know, and obviously it's rubbish down there. So certainly just aim off at middle at bunker.
Oh, what's happening here? I think
don't worry. So this is the one where we can use a laser. It's actually, it's not as good as the one without the laser, but that's just user. What distance do you think you've got? That pin.
That's pin, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long way. I'd say 240.
You've got 157. Is
that all?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what are you thinking of hitting?
I'm hitting my 4 hybrid.
What would you have hit, by the way?
My 3 hybrid.
Good connection.
Still aiming left.
Not your best, mate. It's not your best, but you are aiming a bit left.
Yeah.
Right, well, you can't use a distance laser here, so if you want to just play, potentially have a guess at what it is, what are you thinking?
7.
How far do you think you've got?
140.
140, okay. So you play that then, and I'll tell you what the distance is afterwards. We actually had 120.
Oh, God, it's very deceiving.
Right, so we can use a laser if you want to.
Yep.
What would you guess it is before we laser it?
55.
55. It's 58, so great guess. What club are you going to use?
56 degree.
56. Right, go on then, pop it on green for him. I'm going to stand behind lead. I just want to see what his aim's like. Because when you're playing a shorter club, you won't get as much fade. And if you're a slicer of the ball, the shorter the club you hit, the straighter it's going to go. So I want to see him aiming straighter, which looks a bit better. Lovely strike, but it's pretty much gone just where you were aiming. You're going to watch this back on camera, Lee, and you're going to be furious with yourself. Honestly, you're aiming so far left. And ball's above your feet as well. So we're greenside. This is Lee's sort of non-distance ball. Not sure he'd want a distance anyway. Well done, good shot. Excellent. Would you want a distance or not?
No.
No. That's fair enough. I think I'd probably agree with that one. It becomes a bit of a game of feel from this distance. Tough shot this actually. Well done, lovely shot. Steady. Oh, great effort. I think I'll give you that one. Lovely putt, well done. Oh, it's just outside a gimme, it's probably about 6 feet. But it's great to see some handicap golf on channel. You know, obviously Lee sometimes gets a bit embarrassed, but he forgets that, you know, not everybody watching the videos are pros. A lot of it can be quite relatable. Well done. Excellent. Right, Lee. Obviously, you can't see it distance well because we're on temporary tee. What do you think that is to the green?
180, 190.
180, 190. Okay, what club are you going to hit?
Hybrid. Three
right.
hybrid.
Okay, right. We'll tell you the distance after this then, obviously, for the yellow ball. And we'll see how it works. Good strike. Just a little bit to right. Right, distance-wise, I think this is the furthest you've been out. From this tee box, it's actually 130 yards.
Wow.
Why did you think it was that far?
Because I'd gauge off a driving range.
Yeah.
And that I'm looking at the 200-yard marker, and that's where I roughly think that is.
Wow.
Maybe the valley makes it look.
Potentially, yeah. So what would you change your club to now then?
Well, I'd go an 8, but because of that bunker, I'm going to go a 7. Shit.
I mean, would you want to? You can have a distance if you want. Or are you going to use?
I think I'm going to use chipper.
Chipper.
Just to left side of that bunker.
Oh, just not hard enough. Well done, Lee. Good effort. You like that club, don't you?
Yeah.
See if you can get up and down with yellow ball. Are you going to use the same club or a 56?
Same club, I think. Just land it before green. He says. It's at right side at cup.
Oh, lovely. What a shot. Like 7.
I am with that. It's just all the rest of the clubs.
Yeah, this is for par with the non-laser ball. Oh, he's made it.
Yes.
Right, and this is the laser ball. Well done. Oh. You know what? Good up and down on both of them ones. Obviously, made 4 with a yellow ball. Right, so Lee, the $1 million question. We've played 3 holes, and obviously we've not seen any improvement in your score through using a laser. But after testing a laser for the first ever time, would you potentially go and buy one now?
Yeah.
Why? Because
my distance evaluation's not as good as what I thought it was. Just because the first onto green, I thought it were 110, it was 130.
Yeah.
But that 130 against the other 130, I thought it was 180.
Yeah.
So I think it's the contours and stuff that affects my judgment.
I think after 3 years of playing the game, obviously, you know, this is just an experimental video and we weren't sure which way we were going to go. But after 3 years of playing, I think you do have to start to look at being able to at least have a process of playing golf. You know, you've not seen Leon his best day because I believe me, he can actually play a bit better than he's played today. But I think when you are playing your best golf and you're hitting the ball to the distances you can play, like he's not struck the ball clean. But you sometimes, like if you've got 130 yards, you know what club it is, and you hit it 130. When you've got 150, you hit it 150.
Yeah.
There'd have been a few occasions, like I think where we aimed at that tree on second hole, where you'd have hit the tree.
Yeah.
Because you were aiming in line at tree, thinking it was like 180 yards away when it were only 130.
Or landing behind it and landing in trouble.
And like this hole here, if you'd have struck that hybrid well, you'd have been 20, 30 yards struck back at green.
Yeah.
So I think like for Lee, it's not made much of a difference in this vlog, but I think moving forward over the next 3 years, you know, having that laser and going through a bit more of a process would definitely help you. So,
can I just say, the one thing that would put me off buying a laser is all the gear, no idea. So if we play pool, if somebody comes with a £1,000 cue, and you think, oh, he's going to be a bit of a star, and he plays crap, you're going to think, oh, what a clown.
Yeah.
So if I get a laser and go, oh yeah, it's 165, 168, and then absolutely scuff it 20 yards, people's going to think, what a pudding.
Yeah.
It's the dauntingness of, if you're getting a range or a distance, you need to sort of get near to that distance.
Yeah, but my argument to that were, if you just stood on this tee with a 3-wood and hybrid and knocked it 30 yards through by and struck a perler, then you'd look like a pudding as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I think there's an argument for both cases, but I think with a laser, long-term wise, you'd play better golf.
I suppose it takes an aspect out of it what you'd normally concentrate on.
Yeah.
So you can concentrate once you're not guessing, so to speak. You've got even if you don't strike it well, if you know you've got right club. And you hit it well, then if you hit it bad, you're within a 20, 30 yard, aren't you?
Certainly, yeah. I noticed when I first started using a distance measurer, when I missed a green, I was more pin high than ever.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, you've enjoyed that video. You know, it's great to get Lee on the channel again. Even though he's not played his best, you know, I think it's great to do these tests with handicap golfers.
Winter time.
And I think you guys, if you've got any more videos, you know, you think Lee would be great to sort of, you know, use as a bit of a guinea pig and do these experimental videos, then yeah, get in the comments.
Can I just show you my glove from the last video with his £10 clubs?
It's ruined it.
£20 glove gone.
Guys, we'll see you in a few days' time for another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back. Bye.